With every gaze he cast, reflecting the colors of life in their purest form, the world recognized Bryan Randall as an artist. He was the seer of stories immortalized in frames, a magician prophesying the timelessness of moments with the enchantment of his camera's touch. He was the sage of narratives eternally imprinted on photographs, a dream catcher capturing the deepest reflections of emotions. Young Bryan illuminated his surroundings with his tousled hair and curious glances. He grew up in a small town filled with street artists. Bryan's eyes never left the walls adorned with colorful spray paints. It was the initial spark of his inner artistic passion. People began to believe that the pictures on the walls spoke not only with paints but also with stories. As young Bryan raced through the dusty streets of his town, he deeply inhaled the scent of freedom. Those streets were where his imagination fermented. A different story hid around every corner, and those stories became the stones that later gave meaning to his life. After losing his mother at a young age, Bryan encountered the cruelty of life. Yet, this pain kindled a fierce fire of resistance within him. When he met the camera, he discovered the power of capturing the world from a unique perspective. Behind the camera, he started painting not on walls but on people's souls. The turning point in Bryan's life arrived with an antique camera he stumbled upon in an old bookstore. Forgotten memories within the camera offered him the chance to connect with the past. These memories served as a compass to shape his future. He wouldn't just use his eyes anymore, he would also infuse his heart into his photographs. Photography transformed into a passion, adding meaning to his life. He froze old, forgotten memories in time. But the frames were more than just visuals, they were prisons holding emotions and moments. Bryan told a story in each photograph. He enchanted viewers with the magic of those moments. He was someone who heard the silent screams of the streets. He didn't overlook troubled youths ensnared by bad luck or neighborhoods drowned in hopelessness. One rainy evening, he locked eyes with a child crouched in a corner. His name was Marco. The brief dialogue between them opened a new chapter in Bryan's life. The glimmer in Marco's eyes piqued Bryan's curiosity and interest. From that moment on, our protagonist swore to shed light on the dark side of life. Yet Bryan's life wasn't confined to the dusty streets. He sought stories in the embrace of nature too. In the depths of forests, amidst leaves dancing to bird melodies, he listened to the whispered secrets of nature. One day, by the banks of an unnamed river reflecting starlight, he encountered a boat. Its owner was an old fisherman known not by his name but by his honorable life. Bryan listened to the fisherman's story and became a part of it. Alongside him, he surrendered to the flow of life and perhaps rediscovered his own story. In the realm of photography, each frame by Bryan Randall is akin to a history lesson. Historical details captured through his lens gain even deeper significance with the infusion of fictional touches into reality. It's as if looking through Randall's lens opens a gateway to time travel, unveiling the curtains of the past. Randall's distinctive style is imprinted on his photographs, much like the strokes of a painter's brush. The dance of colors, the play of light, the enigma of shadows. Every detail converges with the narrator's language as if leaping from the pages of a literary masterpiece. This style that draws the viewer into the frames underscores that photographs are not just images but entire universes of emotion. Bryan's path crossed with a journalist named Victoria. Their encounter brought together the power of words and the touch of memories. Together, they aimed to touch people's lives by narrating real stories. When Bryan's photographs met Victoria's pen, the resulting impact surpassed both of them. However, life's complexity was determined to tear them apart. Confronting his past, Bryan lost himself while trying to balance love and art. But like any great story, this too marked the beginning of transformation. As Bryan calmed the storms within, he began to trace the tempests in Victoria's life. Numerous characters disappeared within Randall's lens. Portraits that revealed unforgettable memories hidden in the corners of memory. Through the poetic depiction of marginalized lives, his photographs reflected life in its purest forms. The silent cries of the streets, the depths of gazes, the melancholy of broken walls, all danced together, expressed by Randall like verses of an epic. Bryan Randall's story was woven with every droplet of emotion that dripped from his lens. He proved that photography wasn't merely a profession but an art that touched the heart of humanity. His frames transcended time, gaining an emotional dimension. Therefore, Bryan Randall wasn't just a photographer, he had engraved his name in history as an immortal artist. We brought to light the undiscovered facets of Bryan Randall. We delved into the profound meanings behind his photographs, uncovering the stories concealed within the backdrop of streets and nature. Bryan was not merely a photographer, but also the voice of the lost souls intertwined with life, a guardian of nature's mysteries, and a spirit capturing the hopeful countenance of humanity. Within his fictional and literary realm, we embarked on a journey with the viewer, leading them into the depths of their own life stories. I hope this story has inspired you to ponder. If you enjoyed my video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.